Yo, this is Talker E. Welcome to the locker room where we talk nothing but basketball. If you want to be part of the locker room, you obviously have to be part of the team. In order for you to be part of the team, you have to subscribe and share the video to not only be part of the team and the locker room, but to also be a part of our daily basketball conversations so that you don't miss nights of basketball like this.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it, and the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three to win it. Good.
That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.
Now, yesterday in the league, there were like 6 games going on. To be honest with you, they were garbage. And this is around the time where a lot of people don't watch the NBA. They start watching March Madness, specifically the NCAA tournament, because, it's more entertaining, to see who's next in the leagues, who is coming up, who is, gonna need an extra year, who has the hype, who doesn't, and to see whose stocks go up, who, can go to what team. People start making their mock drafts. A lot of people have a lot of content for March Madness, for the NCAA men's tournament, the women's tournament. A lot going on. And on top of that, the NBA, even though there's teams fighting for seeds and they're fighting for, getting to the play-in, getting to the playoffs, to avoid the play-in, to have the number one best record in the season, in the league, or in the conference, to have home court advantage. There's a lot going on in the league regarding standings, but a lot of games are not that interesting, bro. And they're just how it's going to be. Like, our most interesting game last night was the Knicks versus the Lakers. Now, the Knicks were on a 9-game winning streak, and then they started losing. Then they went on a 3-game losing streak, went yesterday and beat the Lakers. RJ Barrett had his best game of the season so far. He had 30 points. Julius Randle did what he does, had 33 points. They both combined for 63, and the Knicks win. Emmanuel quickly came off, and he had like 15 points. Nice little cool game from him, and it helped the Knicks win. And he might win 6th Man of the Year, honestly. Now that Westbrook is a starter, he has a chance. And then for the Lakers, honestly, for D'Angelo Russell to have 33 points and it still was not enough, it means a lot. And not only does it mean a lot, this team needs a little more. And you know what that little more is? Anthony Davis. And you might look around at AD's stats and be like, oh, it's a cool game all around and it was a decent scoring night from him. No. 17 points from AD is not enough. AD needs 30 to 35 points for this team to win. It does not matter what Dillon is giving you. It doesn't matter what everyone else is giving you unless everyone is contributing 15 points or more. Other than that, AD needs 35. And a double-double. And he needs to pass. That's how the Lakers going to win. Yesterday they lost. Now, besides that, because that'll be the only game I'm talking about, because that was the most interesting game besides the Nets and Nuggets, and that wasn't even that interesting to me, even though it was a 2-point game. I don't know, I didn't like it. Shout out to Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson. They're having some of their best offensive years right now in the Nets, and they're playing defense, which is amazing for them. First of all, I'm going to just ask a question. What is going on with the Memphis Grizzlies? You got John Morant, bugging out, thugging him, bugging, showing his blicky everywhere. He going to strip clubs, and before I even really talk about what I really want to talk about, to go to a strip club and throw 50 bands is insane. Now, I'm not the one to tell people what to do with their money, because I did some calculations, and honestly, bro, his $200 million contract that he either already signed or he's about to get, that's not even 1% of his contract. So, he does whatever he wants to do with his money. But that's still crazy. 50 bands. And the craziest part about this is not even that he threw 50 bands. or that he showed his gun. It's that the owners of the club came out and admitted that the most money that anybody has thrown in their club. They admitted that that was the best treatment they've had from a celebrity in their club. They've admitted that Ja Morant was kind, he was nice, he treated them, with respect and all that. And you know what they do? They leak videos and pictures of him in the club, of him with the shorty, of him throwing the bands, of him, thugging and bugging. They put out all of that. Now, why would y'all do that to him? If somebody's so nice and they show you mad love, why would you expose them like that? Now, not only is he already, forced to stay away from the team, they might even extend that. Because the more images come out, the more the media is going to go crazy, the more the internet is going to go crazy, and the team and the league is going to feel like, oh man, we have to punish him more. We have to extend the punishment. And this Grizzlies team needs Ja Morant. Because you got Dillon Brooks out here just chatting. He gonna come out and say, I don't know why the Warriors have Draymond Green. Why is he still on the team? He does nothing but talk. He just talks a lot. That's the same thing you do. The only difference is you chuck up shots in hopes that they go in, and Draymond Green doesn't chuck up shots. And you just hack people and try to hurt people, and Draymond Green don't do that. Now, why does Draymond Green not do the things that you do? Draymond Green is playing with two of the best three-point shooters in NBA history. And if they're not on the court, he has Jordan Poole. So if he chucks up shots, he looks crazy. And plus, let's be honest, and Draymond knows this, there's one superstar on the team. There's two guys on the team that are able to do what they want to do. And then everybody else plays a role. And one of those two guys is a superstar. Usually. And on the Warriors team, you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. And everybody else plays a role. Draymond's role, play defense, talk a lot, pass the ball, play make, and if the lane is open, go dunk. Why not? So why would he have to chuck up 25 shots a game, 20 shots a game, 15 shots a game like he's the main guy or the second guy? He's not. You're not even the main or the second guy on your team. Are you even a third option? Scoring wise? And I'm not even trying to cut. I mean, so serious. You got Ja, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. And then where's Dillon Brooks? Is he the fourth option, the third option? Because he'd be chucking up shots like he's the second or the first. And I like what Draymond Green did. He went on his podcast, he played into it a little bit, and he said a line that I don't agree with, but I like it. He said that the dynasty starts after you, not with you. Now, the reason why I don't agree with it, I feel like Dillon Brooks could still be on this team and win championships. I think the Grizzlies need to fix their mentality. However, I like this quote because it also means like the Grizzlies are not a dynasty. Stop talking about dynasties. Y'all have faced this Warriors team in the playoffs and lost. Y'all beat them by 55 one game and lost. You injured one of their most important defensive pieces that season and lost. Y'all had Ja Morant for the first two games. It was 1-1. Y'all didn't have Ja Morant for the next couple of games. Y'all beat them by 55 one game. And y'all felt like y'all was on top of the moon. Lost. So it's like, how can you talk about dynasties? You haven't even went to the conference finals. You made it to the second round because you played a Timberwolves team that you struggled to beat. And they weren't even great. Y'all just could not guard them. Then the Warriors go up and they play the Grizzlies and they lose 130 to like 111. Honestly, they get blown out. Dillon Brooks goes and says that Draymond Green's podcasting thing is cute. And it's cool, you could say that. But that was a regular season game. You're going to respond like that after you beat them by a whole lot of points in a regular season game? Now, I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. Yes, the Warriors are fighting to avoid the play-in. Yes, they're fighting to stay in the playoffs. Yes, they are fighting for a good seed in the playoffs. But I don't think they really care about a regular season game if they lose by 20 or lose by 1. This team is built to win championships. It's built to go to the finals. It's built to have a deep playoff run. And no matter what you say about any other team, the Nuggets have the best chance coming out the West. The Suns, if Kevin Durant is healthy, have the best chance to win. The Warriors will always have a chance. As long as you have Steph, Clay, and Draymond healthy, you always have a chance. And don't get me wrong, bro. I don't like a lot of Draymond antics. I am not a Warriors fan, let alone a Draymond fan. When he pulled John Morant's jersey, I hated that. When he does a lot of his, crazy moments, a lot of his tactics, a lot of his gimmicks, when he's, picking up texts and stuff like that, I hate that. Most of the time. But I understand it. Dillon Brooks, it's like if you can't guard someone, he's just going to hurt them. He will try to hurt them. Try to punch Donovan Mitchell in the nuts. So many times where he can't guard an offensive player, he just tries to swing for them. Tries to hurt them, take a cheap shot. Like what? That's not what Draymond does. Has Draymond had some incidents like that before? Yes. And it's caused the team a championship. He tried to hit LeBron in the nuts. Got suspended for a game. He's kicked Steven Adams in the nuts. He's done a lot. Alright, but he was young. Obviously not that young, but he was young. Younger. 2, you learn from that, and he stopped doing that. Does Draymond still take hard fouls? Does he still play around with that fine line of, cheap shot foul or, a regular foul? Sometimes he does. Like, for example, pulling John Morant's jersey. But it's not like he's doing it on purpose anymore. He's just trying to get a hard foul. He's trying to get in your head. He's trying to make you start bugging out. But he's not swinging for your nuts if he can't guard you. If Draymond Green can't guard Devin Booker or Kevin Durant or Giannis that game or LeBron, he's not swinging for his nuts. He's not going to elbow him on the side of the head. That's not what Draymond Green is doing. You see, basketball is more than just a physical game. It's more than just dribble, 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 pass, pass, swing, swing, and then 3. No. It's more than just cutting to the basket. It's more than just dunking. It's more than just getting fouled and going to the free throw line. There's a mental game within the game. And I feel like the Warriors are playing this mental game with the Grizzlies amazingly. I feel like the Grizzlies are just young and hot. And they're just chatting right now. They say a whole lot of things, but they're saying it out of we're just young and confident. And we've tasted some success. The Warriors are playing this game with them because they know that. They know they're just young and hot. They're just going to say whatever. And I like that. The Warriors will come in. They respond to a couple of things that the Grizzlies say. They'll call Jaren Jackson Jr. a bum, whatever, and then leave. They just disappear. And they'll come back again, say something, and then disappear. It's the same thing. They've been doing that to them since the end of the playoffs. And Draymond Green played another example of that. Responded to Dillon Brooks, and then just goes away. Amazing tactics. Because things like this get in the Grizzlies' head. Now when the Warriors go up against the Grizzlies going to want to beat the Warriors. They're going to be, playing at their best or trying to play at their best. They're going to try to avoid every single little mistake. If they make mistakes in the playoffs, they're going to start beating themselves. And you know what the Warriors going to do? Play the same way they've always played. Because the Warriors have been through these moments again and again and again. They did this with the Rockets. They did this with the Clippers. They did this now with the Suns. Now the Suns, a lot of people might be like, oh, but the Suns do the same thing with the Warriors, da-da-da. The difference is, the Suns might not be competition to the Warriors without Kevin Durant. But the Warriors respect some of the players on the Suns to at least entertain the nonsense. But once it gets to post-game interviews, neither team is talking like, oh, it's a dynasty. Oh, it's a rivalry. Oh, it's just some bad blood between us. Oh, we going up the chimney. No, it's like, we're just competing. It's a game within the game. It's a mental game part of this. And, things happen. We just compete. There's a lot of respect for one another. This down the third. Simple. With the Grizzlies, there's always some extra stuff going on. And it's like a lot of people can see the play that the Warriors are running, but the Grizzlies are blind to it. And watch, once they get older, they're going to see, they're going to peep, these movements. They're going to go back and look at these moments and be like, I ain't going to lie, there's some dumb moments. Watch, in a couple of years, how much you want to lock? JJ Redick going to get Desmond Bain or somebody on his, Oh Man, the 3 podcast, and they're going to be like, I'm not going to lie, that was dumb. That was stupid. We didn't see what the Warriors were doing. I'm telling you. But anyways, that's enough of me rambling and chatting. It's time for y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with Ian. It's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch y'all. Safety.